Let's go to Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point. Hey everyone, it is day 4 here on the Disney Dream, and today we are going to Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point. This is my very first time going to Disney's newest island destination, and I am so excited to check it out. It once again looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. I know it's very hard to see with the light behind me. Now I'm pretty sure my room is facing the ocean and the other side of the ship is facing the island right now, because I don't really feel us moving. But that is okay, because I will be heading down to get off the ship in about half an hour, and about 15 minutes after that we should be let off the ship. So I'm super excited to check out this new island and to bring you along with me, so let's go. Now when Lookout Cay first opened to guests, one of the most talked about things was this pier, which it looks really daunting, but it's actually only 0.6 miles. We were walking at a leisurely pace and it only took us 12 minutes, but we are 3 adults with no children and no mobility issues. If you do have mobility issues, you can ask for assistance and they will take you in a golf cart down the pier, and they do also have wagons for families with kiddos if you don't have a stroller with you. Because of the time of year we're here, it is cooler out, especially first thing in the morning. We are one of the first people getting off of the ship, and there's a nice breeze going, so it's really not as bad as it could be if you were coming in the middle of summer. Now the reason Disney put this pier in place was because they did not want to have to dredge up the coral reefs that are surrounding this part of the island. By building this pier, they were protecting the reefs as well as not risking using tender boats. It really was not that bad of a walk, and they have music playing, so it just gets you excited for the day to come. Now when you finally reach the island, you are welcomed to this cute little area that has some small gift shop stands, but this is also where you would check in for any excursions that you may have booked before getting onto the island, or if you want to book one when you're here. They have some really cute details about the wildlife and the plants in the area, and this is also where you will pick up the shuttle to the main portion of this destination. This first part that you see when you get here is just kind of the welcome center of sorts, but then you will hop on the tram and take about a 5-minute tram ride back to the primary portion of the beach. Have officially arrived to Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point, and this main area right here is just going to be some bathrooms and a lot of the gift shops, and I believe also some additional excursion check-in. Now after we do our day at the beach, we are definitely going to be exploring this island a lot more because this is our very first time here and we want to see everything. So very excited to get to the adult beach, and we'll be able to see some stuff along the way, I'm thinking. Morning!
Oh, it's so pretty!
Morning! I absolutely love these land bridges that Disney put in. It really allows the natural wildlife to be less affected, and it also allows Disney to have some vegetation, natural and native to this area, be planted. And I cannot wait to see how lush and green this all looks in a couple of years once these plants start growing a lot more. But this whole area is absolutely beautiful. I'm already in love with this island, and I cannot wait to keep going and see what else there is. Here's the first of 2 family restaurants. This is True 2 Barbecue, and I am just in love and obsessed with how much seating there is. There's so much more seating and covered seating at that than they have at Castaway Cay, and I really think with this island, Disney learned from how Castaway worked to really make improvements to this island. I honestly cannot tell you the last time we had to look at a map of Castaway Cay to know where we were going, but again, this is our first time here, so we are just checking this out to see what all there is and make sure that we're heading the right direction to Serenity Bay. We have officially reached the Serenity Bay area, and to get there, you do walk past the wonderful cabanas, and someday I will get to stay in one of these cabanas, but they're first come first serve, and concierge, pearl, and platinum members all snatch them up before gold members like myself can get to them. And here is Serenity Bay Barbecue, which is where we will be having lunch later. And again, I love that there's more covered seating than they had at Castaway, and I like that it's a lot more spread out. It feels much more open and airy. And the Blue Hole Bar is exclusive to Serenity Bay. There are 3 other bars that are all in the family areas, but this one is just for Serenity Bay, so just 18 plus can access this bar. And here we have Serenity Bay, which again is the 18 plus area, and this beach is absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to spend the afternoon in the ocean, laying out here and just seeing what all this area has to offer. And you can bet that right when the bar opened up, my dad and I had to go and check it out. I got the Blue Water Breeze, which is Bottega Limoncino, Zignum Reposado, Blue Curacao, Lime, and Electro Dust. And my dad got the Smash, which was Star 7 Years Rum, Malibu, Apricot Brandy, Pineapple Orange Lime, and Angostura. I really liked my drink. I thought it was nice and light and refreshing. And even my mom, who's not a big beach day drinker, really enjoyed this one because it wasn't anything heavy and you didn't really taste a lot of the alcohol. My dad's drink, on the other hand, you definitely tasted the alcohol, but it was absolutely delicious. And he wanted you to know that I stole this drink from him. Here's proof.
Voiceover better say he's stealing it from your father.
Then, after spending some time in the ocean, it was time for lunch, and they have a live band playing here at Serenity Bay, which, yes, Castaway does play music, but there's just something about a live band while you're eating that just really sets the mood. But just like Castaway, this is a buffet style where they will serve you, and one of the other critiques of this island when it first opened to the guests was the fly situation. The flies have definitely diminished. There are far fewer flies, maybe one or two, but it is nowhere near as bad as it looked when the island first opened up to guests. Now, as far as the food goes here, it's fine. It's definitely not anything super special or anything you're going to want to write home about, but it is better than most kind of quick service buffet style foods. The mac and cheese was fine. I definitely think it's slightly better than the mac and cheese at Cabana's, but this is also the adult only area, so they do try to up the food a little bit over here. The crumbs on top were a nice touch. The chicken sandwich was really nice. I enjoyed this one. It definitely had some kick to it. Not anything over the top spicy, but more than Disney spicy. My only critique for this was because of how they were sitting in the warming pans, the bottom bun got a little tougher, not as nice and pillowy soft as the top bun, so I ended up eating it more like an open face sandwich. The ribs were definitely not as good as the ribs on Castaway. These weren't as fall off the bone tender, but the flavor was still really nice, and I ended up eating them with a fork and knife just because it was easier to get through them that way. And the fries are just nice classic Disney fries. And the one thing that Castaway doesn't have that Lookout Cay does is the ice cream bar in the adult only area. Now, they do still have soft serve ice cream in the family beach areas at those food locations, but at the adult only you have build your own ice cream sundaes with hard pack ice cream, and this was so fun and so delicious. Then after lunch, it was back in the ocean with my underwater case for my camera so I could check out this beautiful little coral reef that was hanging out in the adult only area. That was a little too deep to get to earlier, but the tide has gone out, so I wanted to check that out. And it looks like I'm super close to touching the reef and the coral growing off of it, but I promise you I'm not. It is just the lens on my camera. I honestly don't think I would even be able to reach down and touch this if I wanted to. It is deep, and I want to respect the natural vegetation and all of the animals that live here. It is just my camera lens that is making it look like I'm right up on the rocks. I promise you that I am not. Okay, we definitely do not spend as much time at the beach here as we do on Castaway, but again, that is because we've never been to this island before and we want to check it out. There are these beautiful Junkanoo photo spots themed to each of the characters. So right here we have Mickey and Minnie, and there's also Donald, Daisy, and Pluto. Next up, we're stopping by the Goombay Cultural Center, and this is where you'll learn a lot about the island's culture, about Yulritha's natural culture. And then as we were leaving, Rush, a Junkanoo celebration, started walking into Goomba Cultural Center, so we stopped to check them out as they were walking in. I've seen footage of this show when you're watching the full show, and it is very cute. We just wanted to check out more of the island, but I'm really glad that we at least got to see the performers as they were walking in. These outfits are absolutely incredible, and I love that Disney has hired locals to help show and explain and teach about the culture of this beautiful, beautiful island. Next, we are stopping by the Reef and Wreck Bar, which is one of 3 bars in the family area, and I am picking up the Junkanoo juice, which is Zaya Cocobana rum, banana, passion orange guava juice, pineapple juice, and lime. And honestly, I'm picking this up just for the Pog juice, because I don't think you could put rum in Pog juice and not have me get it. This drink was absolutely delicious, but honestly, I don't think you could put rum in pog juice and not have it be delicious. The menus here at the family only areas are different than the menu at Serenity Bay's bar. So if you are 18 plus and you want to get something from the Serenity Bay exclusive menu, you do have to go over there. Otherwise, these 3 bars do have the same menu. And there's also Sensational Smoothies, which, as the name would sound, does feature frozen drinks and smoothies that are available at an additional cost. But if you are not a drinker or if you're a kid, these are some fun options as well. We walked past Sebastian's Cove, which is not anything we need because this is where you can check your kiddos in if they want to hang out in the kids splash pad. They do also have a bigger play area for kids that I did not want to film at because there were a ton of kids playing at it. But here's a promotional image from Disney Cruise Line of the area. And of course, we have to check out the merch at Disney Tings. So all of those character Junkanoo photo celebration areas, they have t-shirts with those individual icons as well. And they do also have the Mickey version as a loungefly, pair of ears, and a spirit jersey. This is the Lookout Cay exclusive ornament. Here is some of the adult clothing. So you have a quarter zip, a t-shirt, a dress or a romper, a bag, some hats. I think that was a crop top. And then you do also have your Lookout Cay exclusive pins. I'm so far only seeing 2. And then they do also have a Lookout Cay 5K ornament. As of right now, there is not a 5K on this island. And then here we have some more t-shirts, tank tops, and bucket hats for Lookout Cay. And as a reminder, anything that is Lookout Cay specific, you are only going to be able to find on this island. So if you want something, buy it now because they will not have it on the ship. They do have some Disney Cruise Line items here that can be found on the ship, things like pins, lanyards, but if it's Lookout Cay exclusive, you will only be able to find it here. Well, that was an absolutely amazing day at Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point. This might be a little bit of a hot take, but I think I prefer it to Castaway Cay. And I do think my parents would agree with me on that. The family beach area, unlike Castaway, does not have anything in the ocean for kids to play on. That is more inland, where they have like a jungle gym, castle climbing kind of water splash pad area. The adult only beach area was stunningly beautiful. Pink sand, soft sand in the ocean. Castaway, you get a little bit of that corally, rocky bottom. I had an absolutely amazing day there, and we are already looking at cruises to get us back here next year. So I thoroughly enjoyed Lookout Cay. And the pier, walking to the island, it looks intimidating, but I promise you it is not that bad. It took us walking at a very casual pace, and we are normally very fast walkers. At a very casual pace, it took us 12 minutes because it is only 0.6 miles from getting off the ship to where you get on the trams. So it is not that bad if you don't have mobility issues, of course. They do offer shuttles if you have mobility issues in the morning, and it did seem like anyone could take a shuttle from the island back to the ship in the afternoon, just because not everyone is coming back at the exact same time. So if you need it, just let them know. They send out a notification in the app the night before and the day of to let you know where to go, who to talk to about all of that. So if you need it, definitely use it. And they do have wagons. If you cannot get a shuttle, they do have wagons for kiddos when you get off the ship, and then you can take them down. And then I don't believe you can bring them on the tram, but then they do have shuttles when you get off the tram at the beach and the whole area back where the shuttle drops off. So I had an absolutely amazing day. It was an absolutely beautiful destination. I love it so much. I cannot wait to go back. But now I'm going to freshen up quite a bit, and then we are going to Marvel Origins because while my dad and I are huge Marvel fans, my mom doesn't know a ton of it, and she kind of wants to learn a little bit before Marvel Day at Sea tomorrow. So we're going to go with her to that, just to see if there's anything that we learn too. So I'm going to freshen up, go meet them for that, and then after that we will, I think I'm going to head to one of the lounges before dinner because I'll have a little bit of time before then. So I will see you in a sec. And just like that, I am ready for this evening's activities. So I am gonna go head down to Marvel's Unite, and then I think I'm gonna hit up Pink the Champagne Bar after that. So I don't know if I can film in Marvel's Unite. If I can, I will obviously include that footage, but if not, I will see you guys at Pink. So Pink is closed for a beverage seminar, but that is okay. I'm stopping by Bon Voyage, which is the bar right off the lobby, to pick up a beverage. I wanted to get the Lasseter and Joe Rosé, which yes, it is that John Lasseter, former chief creative officer of Pixar. Him and his wife have a winery, and I wanted to try his rosé, but unfortunately they were out, so I ended up getting the Minuti Rosé, which is what I get in the district lounges when we go for the evening adult-only entertainment. And since my parents are still getting ready, I figured I would show you guys some of the cute detail work here in the lobby, like this Admiral Donald statue. Every Disney cruise ship has a statue in their lobby. This one is Donald. You have Captain Mickey on the Magic, Ariel on the Wonder, Cinderella on the Wish, Minnie on the Fantasy, and Aladdin and Jasmine on the Treasure. And then Black Panther will be the lobby statue on the coming Disney Destiny. They also have characters in the ironwork on the stair railings, as well as characters kind of between the two floors. You can see them when you're standing in the lobby from floor 1 to 2. And there was no line to meet Mickey Mouse in his Captain America outfit, so naturally I had to stop by the main mouse and grab a picture with him. And for dinner tonight, we are dining in the Enchanted Garden, which the theme is exactly what you would expect in Enchanted Garden. It is absolutely beautiful in here, and the lights will change colors throughout the meal. Now, with the menu, just as always, we are starting with our specialty cocktails, our appetizers, our soups and salads, and our bread service. The bread service was multigrain and country currant rolls with a chickpea garlic puree. Nothing really special here. Both of these were fine. And then we are heading over to our main courses, as well as our vegetarian options and our lighter note offerings. Then for an appetizer, we all ended up getting the North Atlantic lobster ravioli with roasted garlic and sweet basil in a tomato broth, and this was pretty good. We all thought that the broth was way too thin and there was a lot of it. We could have all been perfectly fine with less broth in this than we got. The ravioli itself had good flavor, and the lobster bits on the outside of it were really nice. So overall, we enjoyed this one. For soups and salads, I got the spinach and raspberry salad, which was baby spinach tossed with fresh raspberries, toasted pine nuts, crumbled gorgonzola, and a raspberry vinaigrette. And I thought that this was fine. It was nice and simple and refreshing and very fresh, but nothing that you need to go out of your way to get. My mom got the heirloom tomato soup with sour cream, croutons, and basil, and she thought it was a fine tomato soup. It was hot, and the croutons had really nice flavor, but again, nothing super special. For our entrees, I shocked myself and my parents by ordering the pan-seared sea bass with fava bean and pea risotto, sliced fennel, and a dill chive Riesling wine sauce, and this was way better than I expected it to be. I'm not a fish person, so that is why we were all shocked that I ordered this, but I kind of wanted to try something different, and the Riesling wine sauce really intrigued me, and I enjoyed this dish. I don't know if I would get this again, but the fish was nice and light and flaky. There was not a fishy flavor to it, and the fava bean and pea risotto was really delicious, especially with that dill chive Riesling wine sauce. If you are a fish person, I highly recommend this. It was delicious. My dad got these seared pork tenderloin medallions with roasty potatoes, collard greens, and a morale cognac sour cream sauce, and the pork was a little dry, but the flavor was really good. I didn't try any of the sides, but he really enjoyed them, and again, the sauce was really nice. And finally, my mom got the caramelized sea scallops with roasted asparagus, sun-dried tomato couscous, caramelized leeks, and a red wine veal jus. And the scallops were perfectly done. There was less jus than expected because I have had this in the past, and that is one of the reasons that I did not get this dish, because I'm not a fan of the red wine veal jus. There was a lot less than normal, and the couscous was absolutely delicious. And as always, the dessert menu includes some specialty drinks like coffees and adventurous aftertinis. And again, these are at an additional cost. And then we do also have the desserts, the signature dessert, and the no sugar added dessert, which, spoiler alert, is the one that I got. The lemon raspberry mousse bomb is a citrus lemon mousse embedded with fresh raspberries, and this had such amazing lemon flavor. It was the best dessert of the ones that we got. Dare I say one of my favorite desserts on the cruise because of the lemon flavor. You could not tell me that this dessert didn't have sugar in it. You can't taste that there's no sugar in this dessert. It is absolutely delicious. The raspberry in the center is so fresh. The lemon is so nice and tart. If you are a lemon fan, definitely get this one. My mom got the warm sticky date pudding served with butterscotch sauce, vanilla ice cream, and a phyllo crunch. And this one was really delicious. It was warm and caramelly. It is perfect with the ice cream that comes with it. I'm not a huge date person, so this one was not my favorite, but it was delicious nonetheless. She also got the chocolate garden torte with coffee cream and caramel soil. I only tried the cake portion of this because I'm not a coffee fan, but the cake itself was so delicious. It is an absolute chocolate lover's dream with how decadent the chocolate is. and she really enjoyed it as one whole piece as well with that coffee cream. And finally, my dad got the chocolate brownie sundae, which is peanut butter brownie bites with rich chocolate ice cream, whipped cream, and a chocolate fudge sauce. And this was really good. It was really simple, and the peanut butter flavor was so strong in a good way. Obviously, if you're not a peanut butter fan, maybe you won't like this, but as someone who loves peanut butter and chocolate together, this dessert was so delicious. And then our servers noticed that I was filming the food and while we were eating and making notes about all the food, and they said that they had a special dessert to bring out to me, and I was not expecting this at all.
Oh, this is, yes. So this is special dish.
This is one glass of me and DJ. Okay. India and Saint Lucia together.
This is the mix of Indian Saint Lucia.
Oh, okay. So on the count of three, you're gonna have your buffet dessert.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
All right, well, dinner is done, and now it is time to head into the Walt Disney Theater to see Strange Academy, a spellbinding spectacular. And like always with anything in the Walt Disney Theater, I cannot bring you guys with, so I will see you after the show. Finished dinner and the Strange Academy spellbinding spectacular. Dinner, Enchanted Garden is definitely not my favorite menu, just because I'm not a huge beef and pork person, and I'm not a huge fan of the veal jus that the scallops were in, although today when my mom got them, there was not a ton of jus, so I liked them more than I had them last year on the Fantasy. And as good as the sea bass was, I'm not a huge fish person, so Enchanted Garden menu is just not my favorite menu, but the venue itself is very beautiful. The Doctor Strange Spellbinding Spectacular show, it was good. It was a cute little half an hour, like 7-person show, where the graduates of the Strange Academy have to face off against Agatha Harkness. Again, very cute show. The theater definitely didn't fill up the way it did last night for Beauty and the Beast, but if you want a good spot, obviously get there early. I don't know if you need to prioritize that as much as like the Beauty and the Beast show, unless you are a huge Doctor Strange or Agatha Harkness fan, or just like for my dad and I, we wanted to do it because we're big Marvel fans. So if you want to start getting in that Marvel Day at Sea feel, definitely go and check that out. But now I'm going to put on some comfy clothes because we have Marvel Unite up on the pool deck. And then after that, my dad and I are finally going to get to see Captain America Brave New World. So let's head up to the pool deck to check out the evening show up there. Now, Marvel Heroes Unite is the evening entertainment. So just like Pirate Night had the party on the pool deck, that is tonight's main entertainment. The Doctor Strange Spellbinding Spectacular was just a fun little additional form of entertainment, not the primary entertainment. This show will include almost every Marvel superhero you can think of that has been in the MCU, and it is so much fun. I really enjoyed this show, even though it is a little corny, but it is made for families. I loved getting to see all of my favorite characters, all of them working together, interacting together, and I got to see my absolute favorite character, Miss Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to post the entire show, just some fun clips from it, so if you are wanting to do a Marvel Day at Sea cruise when they release the next batch of them, likely for 2026, in the event they don't change the show, there aren't a ton of spoilers about the show, just some clips to get you excited if you're thinking about it.
Good evening, everyone. This is Amber Anderson with the Daily Bugle, reporting live here on the Disney Dream, where in just a few moments, beloved billionaire Tony Stark will wrap up today's event with a special unveiling. Who's ready to see it? 3, 2, 1.
And now, please welcome the man of the hour, an innovator ahead of his time, technological genius, and your host for tonight's thrilling event, the incomparable Tony Stark.
Attention passengers, Iron Man is officially on deck. Hey, nice shot, Merida. Get this.
Aw, you're leaving? I was hoping you were going to do some breakdancing. Warning, several hostiles have made their way onto the ship.
Oh, you didn't tell me they multiplied. Hey, Cap, you up for a team up, or do you only work with Barnes? We're not exclusive.
I'm coming too.
Hey, the more the merrier.
Hey, Mosquito, I brought friends this time. Ready for a rematch?
You know it. lovely to be here.
Oh, that was good. I'm proud of you. What about you, Groot? I'm Groot.
Ah, yes. You and half of them, guardians of the galaxy. I don't see concern. Unless, have anyone else seen the magnet?
What are you doing here?
I'm here to fight Loki. But I'm here to fight Loki.
Oh, listen to us just going on.
When you are quite finished.
Oh, yes. This ends here and now, Loki. No, Wanda. He brought his friends.
I have friends too. Everything has been taken from me. Why not this?
Not everything, Wanda. From us. We're still your family.
Not after what I've done.
There's always a way back.
Perhaps. But my family still needs me. And I need them. I have to keep trying. You're coming with me.
You know, this really doesn't concern me anymore.
Say cheese.
Okay, so Marvel Heroes Unite on the pool deck was a really cute show. It was slightly corny, but it is a show for families and for kids. It was just so cool. They bring out so many Marvel characters, and even some like newer ones and smaller ones. As a Scarlet Witch fan, I loved getting to see her flying across the pool deck. So that was so fun. I did enjoy that show. And then after that, my dad and I headed down to the Buena Vista Theater to watch Captain America Brave New World. And I'm so excited I got to see it on the ship. Normally him and I will see Marvel movies opening night. And since I moved to Florida, that became a little bit harder. So I was very excited that we got to watch it together on the ship. And I thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I think it was a really great movie. I don't want to give any spoilers for it because it is still relatively new by the time this video comes out, and I don't want to spoil it if any of you haven't seen it. So highly recommend watching it though. It was very good. Now tomorrow is Marvel Day at Sea, and that video will be coming out next week. I mean, I guess technically today. It is 1 in the morning. So that was a fun way to kind of start Marvel Day at Sea, was to start it with watching Brave New World. So I have a lot of activities planned for tomorrow, so I gotta get some sleep. In the meantime, make sure to like this video, subscribe if you haven't, and follow me on all of my socials. Night, guys!